Hi, everyone. I'm Charlene Shirk, and welcome to Digital Champions, where we speak to some of the most innovative thinkers in the digital space. Joining us today from Richmond, Virginia is Lauren Chavis with Initiated. Hi, Lauren. How are you today?
Good. How are you, Charlene?
Oh, we are great. So, Lauren, tell us what you're doing over there at Initiated.
Well, we were doing a lot of digital media marketing right now. That is the place to be in. And we are testing a lot of different channels.
Oh, tell us more about that. We always love, one thing constant about digital marketing is always changing. So, what are you testing and what are you finding?
Right. Well, I do think that that is one of the biggest obstacles right now is that everything's always changing. Algorithms are changing, different platforms are changing. What might work for Twitter one day is not working the next day. So you do need to be testing. What we find the best is testing different creative and testing different platforms and doing a big mix. If you have a good strategy in place, you will be able to provide a strong campaign out of that. If you take the strategy and you move through and you think about where your target audience is and what they are consuming in terms of data, and then you think, how am I going to speak to them? If you follow those steps, you're going to come through with a strong campaign. We here at Initiate really focus on testing, again, like I said, and we do different creatives. We have a regional home builder, for example. We test exterior homes versus interior homes. And what works on Facebook doesn't always work on LinkedIn. We test ad copy related to interest rates. Obviously, that's on everyone's mind right now with the economy. And those types of testing and then reviewing the data is really important. It's not a time to kind of shut down your advertising. You have to keep building the pipeline. There are going to be consumers out there. It might just take them a little bit longer to kind of follow through with the process of, let's say buying a home or switching a job or things like that, that you're putting the advertising out there for. So you really need to make sure that there is that presence out there and that you're just testing different messaging and different platforms. I think that's the strongest thing that we can do right now.
So, Lauren, walk us through how you do this testing with your client. Is this something that you just do internally and then you find the best results and you say, hey, this is what worked, and you don't really talk about what didn't work? Or do you walk them through the process and say, hey, we're going to try these 3 different things. We'll let you know what we see resonating the most with our customer?
It's a very big process that we work together with. And we start at the beginning of, who exactly are you trying to target and what do you think your target audience is? And sometimes what a client thinks is their target audience may not really be. So it's really just the step of kind of onboarding and walking through very closely how their process is, how they get a lead, what do they do with that lead, that type of thing. So very specifically putting together this strategy that we think we can most effectively reach that target audience. And then from there, budget wise, what makes the most sense? Can we, do 3 or 4 different platforms with frequency and reach there? Does that make sense? Type of thing. So we walk through everything with the client. We're very open and transparent about those types of things. And I think that that's really important. We're looking for more of a long-term relationship rather than a fast, successful campaign. We really want to be with them for the long run and grow their company and grow their business. That's the most important to us. And I think that really kind of sets us apart from other advertising agencies that might be kind of ready to just throw money at something and see what sticks. That's not really the case in our situation.
So, Lauren, what was the best tip that you would give folks if they're, I love all the testing and then we really fine tune the message, because sometimes I'm sure some of your clients are coming to you because whatever they've been doing is stagnated and not getting any results anymore. So for those folks who find that their stuff is stagnating, what would be the best tip that you could give them that they could start employing tomorrow to try to mix things up for themselves and see if they get better results somewhere or somehow else? Somehow else?
I think the easiest thing in that scenario is test the creative. I mean, you could do a red versus a blue background. You could do, like I said, different ad copy talking about interest rates. Maybe your creative is focusing on the negative side of things. Maybe try focusing on the positive. It's really just kind of A/B testing. The best part about digital is that you can see the data rather quickly and pivot throughout that. So I think that's really important. And that's kind of the biggest tip is don't just, let something run and see what happens. We have the data. It's very easy to look at that, look at website visits, look at how long people are spending on there after they click the ad, or is it even a landing page? Are we losing them there? There's a lot of data out there that needs to be looked at. And I think that that's important, that if people are kind of continually looking at that and making small changes, it doesn't have to be drastic. They can be very simple. And you can have a much more successful campaign that way.
Got to work on the business. All right, Lauren, thank you so much for joining us today. Great insight. We appreciate you making the time.
Thank you so much.
All right, if you'd like to learn more about what Lauren's doing over there at Initiated, you can start by checking her out on dailyadbrief.com. I'm your host, Charlene Shirk. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to learning something new with you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.